loves, it's Elle, and welcome back to my channel, and it's dupes time again. I am so excited to share these very few skincare, mostly cosmetic dupes of some of my very favorite products. So before we go on, hit the subscribe button, share this with somebody that you think might like it, and let's do it. So the first one I want to talk about is this guy. So I have been using the Thomas Roth gold eye patches for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And they are $75 for 30 pairs, which is 60 patches. And it comes though basically in one container. So I feel they get dried out pretty quickly, but they have been some of my go-to eye patches. They're like one of my top 3 eye patches that I've really used ongoing for so long and in my kit. Now, Wander Beauty, this is a cruelty-free version, all right? It has a little bit more jam-packed full of anti-aging ingredients, but this is also a non-toxic company. And they come in individual packets, all right? Individual packets that are keeping everything fresh and ready to go. Now, 6 pairs is $25. So these basically are a little bit less than the Thomas Roth, but not by much. But in my opinion, they're going to be more effective. These are going to help with puffiness, dark circles, under eye bags, as well as anti-aging benefits. They're a quick pick-me-up, especially for the holiday season that we're going into. This is something that I wear underneath my sheet masks as well. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. Very good product, nice and fresh. Let's go into eye serums. You know that I have been a fan of the Drunk Elephant Sheba Complex Eye Serum. This is jam-packed full of peptides, antioxidants. I mean, I've talked about this more times than I can count. I love this. Now, this one by Beauty by Design, this is actually a company you can go to. You can have a consultation. You guys have heard me talk about this company before. You can have a consultation and they will help you customize a skincare routine just for you. It's cruelty-free, but completely non-toxic. And this is one of my absolute favorite eye serums. This is right up there with this guy. The Drunk Elephant one is $60 and the Beauty by Design one is $47. And to be very honest, I find that this lasts me a lot longer. You can use this a 360 around the eye. So if you're looking for something that has a lot of peptides, it literally has almost the same ingredients. If you have something that you want to increase firmness, depuffing, etc., you can actually go and call them or email them. You can also just contact them and buy individual products as well. So that's really exciting. So this is a fantastic service. And I do want to thank Beauty by Design for sponsoring this section today. I have another product from them coming up at the very end as a really cool dupe to one of my favorite facial sprays. Thank you so much for Beauty by Design for sponsoring this section. I'll put all their information below. They've given me a non-affiliate discount code. It's a really cool service to really customize your skincare to your needs in a non-toxic, cruelty-free way. All right, so let's move on. Now, I'm going to do one side of my face with some of my favorite products and the other side of my face through some new affordable products that I'm loving. So if you guys don't know by now, one of my favorite products is the by TERRI. This is the Imperialist Elixir de Pearl. This is one of my very favorite basically illuminizers. I save this for special occasions because it is so good, but it is so expensive. I mean, it's terribly expensive. So I saved this bad boy for my special occasions. Now, I went to Lush a little while ago and I found a almost exact dupe in color and finish. You guys are gonna be like, what? So Lush has Charisma, which is the exact same thing. It's either a highlighter or a luminizer. You can mix it in with moisturizers. You can really do whatever. But look how similar in color they are. This one's just a touch darker, but honestly, when you put it on the skin, you can't really see the difference, and they give such a beautiful luminosity to the skin. And the one by Lush is only $14.95. This also would be fantastic for somebody of deeper skin tone. They have one that's a little bit lighter in color as well if you are a little bit more fair. So they both give this gorgeous illuminizer to the skin. I actually had a tendency to wear this a little bit in the summer because it added a little bit of color to the skin and added a little bit of luminosity, and so I didn't look so pale all the time. Moving on. So I love this product. I have been trying it out over the past few weeks, and you guys, this video took me many weeks to sort through everything and find something that was extremely similar. Now, this product, you know, I've talked about many times. This is the Urban Decay Color Corrector. So when we're trying to disguise under eye circles or bags, discoloration of any kind, I always recommend starting at Urban Decay because they make some of the best under eye correctors along with Becca. But they can be very pricey. But I love them because they're so beautiful, they're so sheer. You basically, you know, just layer them up as much as you want to, and they do the job. Now, when I was at Target researching this, I came upon NYX, which we know and love so much. I'm just putting this color corrector all in here to brighten up this area. I came into this cute little guy. This is their professional, this is their light pale dark circle corrector, and again, it's in light pale, so there is one for deeper skin tones as well as deeper and more rich in pigment discoloration under the eyes. Watch. So see how this has done a nice job of color correcting? This product is so silky. It melts into the skin. It is almost the exact same color and does just as good as job. And I bought this, I have all my little receipt here. I bought this for $5.99. I mean, get out of here. It actually does a little bit of a better job as far as brightening too. So do you see how this eye is just a touch brighter than this one? Because this does kind of double as an under eye brightener. And a little bit does go a long way, and your dark circles are taken care of. You guys, I love this product. It is so fantastic. So let's get into some foundation. All right. I tried the new PACIFICA CC Cream Radiant Foundation, and I thought to myself, wow, this is really interesting. A while ago, I actually exclusively only wore the Urban Decay One and Done, and this was my go-to forever. It's basically a moisturizer, CC cream, BB cream, tint. It was just the most beautiful product. It really literally was my holy grail for a long time. And all you do is just pop this on with your hands, and it does such a beautiful job. It's one of those products that if you want a light coverage, but you want your skin to look healthy and glowy and dewy, this is the product to use. I think actually I called the video my new holy grail, and because it's literally what I wore every single day for a long time. I mean, just look how pretty and radiant the skin is. It is just kind of an unstoppable product. But it does have some, you know, not so savory ingredients in it. And so when I tried the PACIFICA CC cream, I thought to myself, wow, this has got to be a dupe for the Urban Decay. So let's put on the PACIFICA Ultra CC Cream Radiant Foundation, and I have this in natural medium. It is a little bit dark for me. I wish that they would have had the other one that I wanted, but they didn't. It's just a little bit dark in color for me, but I think it'll be fine for, you know, like summertime. But it literally gives a great finish to the skin. It's a very light coverage. The price point you just can't beat. I paid $17.99 for this. This product is cruelty-free, vegan. It's 100% vegan, has 100% physical broad spectrum SPF 17, and it contains coconut water and no silicones, so that is great. And you can really build this up. When I use this for the past couple of days, I really felt like I could build this up to a light medium coverage, but the skin still looked so pretty. I mean, can you tell the difference between the two products? I don't think you can. I couldn't, like when I wore it, and it wore really well. Now these are, you know, these are lightweight foundations, so please don't expect these foundations to last you 16, 17, 18, 19 hours. They really are that kind of flawless skin, and you probably will have to touch up if you decide to use these, okay? What do you guys think? All right? It's fantastic, right? Now, this is an eyeshadow palette that I have worn over and over and over again. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love this. I think this is a showstopper, and I wanted to find something that was a semi-dupe for it. And y'all, I found it. And this actually has some extra color bonus in here too. So this is the Milani palette. This is number 5. Palette, and I'll put all the details below. So the colors that correspond are going to be this one right here, this, let's see here. So this one right here, this one right here, and this one right here. The only color that I could not find to dupe was this gold one in Dolce Vita, but to be honest with you, I don't typically use that color. So we're gonna get through this. All right, I'm using these brand new cute Luxie brushes from my BoxyCharm box. Oh my God, they're the cutest little things I have ever seen. Okay, so how you would normally use this is, for Charlotte's, is what she suggests is you take this color and you're supposed to go all over your eye, okay? Now, I am not going to bring this color up to the eyebrow bone because if you've been watching me long enough, oops, wrong one. Okay, sorry, taking that off. I'm using different brushes too. So if you watch me long enough, you know that I don't put shimmer up here on the brow bone very often. So now I'm going into this color from Milani, and I am going to spread this and get a very similar result. Like when I did this, when I was kind of planning for this video, I couldn't believe how similar they were. Now the Milani palette definitely is not as refined as the Charlotte Tilbury palette, but if you're looking for a good dupe, I gotcha. So then in Charlotte's, how we would use her palette is we would take the next color right here, which is going to be the transition shade, and we're just going to build it up in the crease here. And we're not going to be doing anything too aggressive. We're just, I want to show you that the colors are so darn similar. And in the Milani palette, which I love, is that there are matte colors. In the Charlotte Tilbury palette, there are no matte colors. So to be honest with you, I favor the Milani palette because it has so many mattes in it. And I do notice that when I use Charlotte's palettes, that I do have to go into another palette for some mattes. I'm going to go into the Milani color, which is this one right here, and tap that bad boy off. You can see right away that the Milani palette has such great pigmentation. Now, of course, it's not going to be Charlotte Tilbury pigmentation, but boy, I mean, it sure gives it a run for its money. It's creamy, it's soft, it just glides on, and I really, really, really have been enjoying this palette. Look how similar the colors are. This one's just a touch darker, but what you can do is you can combine this guy and this guy just a touch and get this to be a little bit more saturated in color. Going in with a little detailing brush, and we're going to go into this color in the Charlotte Tilbury palette. And we're going to build up this outside corner a little bit, and we're going to be dragging this under the eye as well. All right, and then I'm going to go into this color right here in the Milani palette, and I'm going to do the same thing. And what I did when I was doing this from, when I was practicing for this, I actually went into this color right here just to deepen it up. I kind of combined these. But look how pretty this like orangey color is. You could have started with that color and killed it. Okay, so there is a little bit more fallout on the Milani side, but I mean, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I am going to apply my mascara and my concealer. I don't have dupes quite yet for my favorite mascara or concealer. I mean, I do. So I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury new concealer, which has been my go-to for a very long time since it came out. And the closest thing I can ever find to it is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. It is so similar, but Maybelline is not cruelty-free. So I'm going to go apply my mascara and my concealer, and I'll be right back. I mean, look at these palettes, you guys. They are so beautiful on the eyes. Love it. Ugh. All right, cream blushes. My favorite, as you know, is the NARS Orgasm Cream Blush. It is one of my favorites. By the way, dupe for a beauty blender is the Real Technique sponge. In my opinion, it kind of might be almost better than a beauty blender because you can use it wet or dry. Obviously you can too with the beauty blender, but I love this section, and then this section I just wish it was smaller. So big dupe. If you guys have not got on the train for the Real Techniques sponge, it's a quarter of the price. It's amazing. I picked mine up at Walmart. All right, so going into the blush, the cream blush, I am going to tap that right here, and I'm going to use my sponge like you've heard me say, in tapping motions all the way back to the hairline. We are going to use some powder products to set this, but we want to make sure we use creams before powders. And I think I've talked to you guys about this before. This is by All Naturals. This is obviously much cleaner and cruelty-free multi-stick. It's in Destiny. And what I'll do is I'll put it on the back of my hand, and I will push it in with the other side of the sponge. You can also tap this into the skin, and you can also use this on the eyes as well as the lips. It is by far something I have been using religiously. That really gives the cheeks a really beautiful, youthful glow. And it is actually a little bit easier to use than the NARS cream because it isn't so liquidy. It comes in a stick form. So now we're going to go ahead and set the face. I have been so into the Milk Blurring Powder. I love this product. I think it's so good for so many reasons, especially anybody that has oily to normal skin. Even if you don't, even if you have drier skin, this is such a beautiful powder. And what I do is I will take it. It's a brightening powder. It's a pore refining powder. I just do sweep it real quick right over that cream, just to soften it, just to make sure that it blends in with the rest of the face. But I still have not found a drugstore powder that I like more than the CoverGirl Advanced Radiance. And by the way, can we just give a huge shout out and a huge congratulations to CoverGirl. They recently just went cruelty-free. It's a big deal when a company that big makes such a statement. Yes, it probably should have already been done, but let's celebrate them. Let's really, you know, be excited for them. I mean, those two powders are so similar, I can't even tell you, and they're worlds separate in price point. All right, so you guys know that I love my Kevyn Aucoin blushes. They're called Neo blushes, which basically means they fade from a highlighter to a blush to a bronzer. And for the most part, I will either strategically go in here and then, you know, correct and contour, which I will show you that that's what I'm doing right now. So I usually will go in here and I will take this and do some face shaping on this side. And then what I will do is I will go into the highlight and the blush shade. And this is in Pink Sand, by the way. This is, as you know, not cruelty-free. And I will go like this, and I will pop it right on top of that blush. I mean, get out of here with that. So beautiful. Now again, CoverGirl has this amazing, it's brand new. I found it at Target. It's called the TruBlend Serving Sculpt Palette. And I love this. This is beautiful. This is in Bloom Babe. Okay, so how I use this is in a very similar way. So I'll go in here though, and I'll take this and do my regular face shaping that I would normally do. This is such a beautiful color. They do have some deeper tone ones for people that have a deeper skin tone. This one just seems to be very fitting for me. And then I will take the blush and a little bit of the highlighter together and pop that on. They look so similar, it's scary. I mean, literally, they are the same thing. So I love this lipstick. It is one that I haven't talked about in a little while, but this is from NARS. This is their liquid lipstick in American Woman, and I refound this a while ago. I'm gonna try to do half. And I love it. Now when I went, I found this thing by Elle, which I love, and this is called the Berry, and it's a lip kind of, you can mix and match it. But what I loved is that you can actually make a lot of my favorite colors out of this palette, because this right here is going to be a base for a lot of them. And then this gloss here is the most beautiful gloss ever. So I actually mix this is almost the exact same color as mine. And I just touch in here real quick. And so what do you think? Can you tell the difference? I can't. And the price point's amazing. So for the last one I want to show with you, we know that Tatcha's Dewy Skin Mist is one of my favorite kind of refreshing, hydrating sprays, but it's not super clean. It does have a small amount of fragrance in it that is a natural occurring fragrance, as well as a little bit of alcohol because it is a setting spray. But this one by Beauty by Design, this is called the 581 Treat. It's a balancing mist. And this has such a beautiful fine mist to it, and actually has it's very clean. It has no petrochemicals in it. It has no alcohols in it, no parabens, no sulfates, no none of it. And it is so similar in the effect that it gives to the skin after everything is on. And so this is a fantastic product that I recommend you try, and it is a fraction of the cost for sure. Alright guys, so here is the final look. I love doing dupes videos for you. They take me a really long time because I'm extremely hard on products, and I want to make sure they actually really are dupes for what I'm telling you. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.